Welcome back, guys. Welcome back everyone. So today I'm stepping up my comfort zone big time. I'm at Claremont Parkway Hotel. I've built the observation hive, and I've brought bees with me, and as it's World Bee Day, we're going to give a bit of a talk on bees and stuff, so wish me luck, guys. So I'm back from the care home doing the little World Bee Day talk. I'm going to put the bees back in here. I did leave a queen in a clip in there, but yeah, it went well really. Apart from the bees weren't really settled. They were yeah, not as settled as we'd liked. So Sunday, after I did my video Sunday, and after I did the bees Sunday, when I was doing the bees Sunday, them really attacky bees, one of the lads got stung on their little motorbikes. That's how bloody aggressive the bees were. But anyway, I'm going to put these back into their hive. So I need to adjust this, but apart from that, it went well. Yeah, they seem to enjoy the bee talk. Now unleash the bees. I'll put it down on the floor first, I reckon. We can all go back in. But yeah, they enjoyed the bee talk. It was quite educational apparently, and informative. So yeah, good day. So I've just put the queen back in, and the frame with the queen back in. So hopefully everything's good. I'll just carry on. Planning. Yeah, so it went well really. It went well. I've just got to adjust these little bits, just bring them out a bit. But yeah, it went well. Basically that sits in there like that. Yeah, so you could just use any 5-frame nuke really, as long as you can shut the door. And then I say I've got a queen excluder, but yeah, and then the frame sits down there. The frame could do with sitting up a little bit higher probably, and there's no bees are going to get crushed. So, but it's all somewhat easy to do. See, the frames can come up. It needs to come up, so I'll just put a little chunk of wood in each bit, bring the frame flush with this. But yeah, it went really well. It was warm in there in the care home, but they had air conditioning. They put the air conditioning on, so, and the old people loved it. You asked loads of questions, I told them loads of lies. Yeah, it was brilliant. No, I didn't. They asked loads of questions, so if I knew the answer, I give them the answer. Yeah, really good. Like, old people obviously know a bit more about bees and honey than young people. They've been on the earth longer. Anyway, they're all going in there, so all good. Hopefully they'll get back to what they're doing. But this hive and that hive, the two swarms, they need moving out. And we're also going to move out that one there, the really violent little buggers, and that blue one, not this blue one, but the blue one in the corner there, because they were really violent. Yeah, they're busy today, lot. Let's hope they're not busy going to go and sting them kids on motorbikes, because we can't be doing with that. But to be fair, the two hives that are really aggressive are queenless, so that would account for it. Anyway, we're done for the day, and tomorrow I'm going to the college, the local college near me, to do a bee day. I don't think we'll take these bees, we'll take some different bees. Try and find one with a queen, with a marking queen, because I struggled to find a queen. I was trying to get the queen up into this frame obviously, and then trap her with the excluder underneath. First I looked through this hive, I found the queen, but then when I went to cage her, I could not find her. So it weren't them that come. And then I went through these, I found the queen. I got it, I didn't mark her, but I got her in the top. in the frame that I put in the top, and then I'll put 2 frames out of there as well in the bottom, and then empty frames. Don't worry about that frame, that's just a stopgap. So that they had 2 frames underneath with just nurse bees, and the frame up top with nurse bees and the queen, and then the rest of the bees were left here sort of queenless for a little while, but they know they've got a queen now. So yeah, hopefully everything's going to be alright with that hive. It's just worrying, you know, taking bees to a school. I remember it when I was at school, and you don't think about it until you're actually doing bees, but the bees get hot in boxes really quick, so you don't want your bees getting hot. These ones, they're not stinging me, they're just like really inquisitive. They're learning my face, so they know that when they can sting me. And they're thinking, what the hell, Mark, have you just done today? You've come in, you've snatched our queen, you've took her on a road trip to some old people's home, they've gone through the window at her, and yeah, now she's back home. Yeah, she went on a field trip, bees, you know. Educate the people on World Bee Day. But yeah, today was good. It was alright, I enjoyed it. It's got to be better than pulling out someone's weeds in the garden, isn't it? Because that is just boring and pointless. But yeah, so they'll get back on with their jobs. So you have 5 frames in it. Really, you could have 4, but then you'd want some to stop them rattling around. But leave 5 frames in the bottom, and then have a frame. Try and find your queen with a frame with your queen on. Put her in there. Drop her in there. Really, it wants a bigger window, because the queen hid behind the bloody window, hid behind the sides, like typical. In the dark, I suppose. Like that's how they like it, isn't it? And then probably like I did, I had a frame out of the box in the bottom with nurse bees on. I had 2, one with food and everything on, and one with it had brood and like pollen and nectar and stuff. And I put that in the bottom, and then put the queen excluder on, and then get this one and slot that one on the top with the queen up there, and obviously she can't get through the queen excluder. And then yeah, it was all around there, so it was quite good really. People could see, obviously they couldn't see the eggs in the cells because it was quite they're 1-day-old eggs, so they couldn't really see them. Could have done with a frame with cat brood and a bit of everything on, but these are new bees, so next time I'll go for a bit of a maturer hive. But then the top goes on, screw it down, screw it down, screw it at the side, screw it at that side. That keeps the top on, and then same with that. It's got its own hole, screw it on, that locks in, that locks the top. Now the bees are locked in, so no one can get out. Nobody in, nobody out. They can't get through there. And then just these covers, which this is what I need to adjust on it, is this thing. It's kind of a rush last minute. It works, but it was kind of a rush last minute just before I left. Well, just before I come up here and got the bees. And then voila, ready for travelling. It's got a big mesh there, and then on the bottom, this big mesh vented bottom. Really the whole floor should have been vented, I reckon. But yeah, it worked well, and it went down well. And bees have gone in there. These bees. Did any of you bees go on that field trip? The OAP home? What do you reckon? You wanted to come out and sting some of them OAPs or what? You could have cured some of their arthritis and things like that. Yeah. see what happens tomorrow. Right everyone, so I've got Owen with me today. He ain't shirking it off. We're at Tresham College in Kettering with the observation bees, and we're going to show the bees and have a little talky walkie with some students. Now, I was crap at school. I didn't learn much. I didn't like it, so it's a bit strange for me coming in here and doing this. Not that anyone's going to learn anything, but they'll see some bees and taste some honey. Where's reception now? There. Alright, so we're going to park up. Okay, so that went really well. I looked in this hive first, but couldn't find the queen, taking time, so we skipped that and we went to this hive and we found the queen. So we've got the queen in the top on a frame with brood and stuff. The only thing it's not got is cat brood, which I would have liked. There was a frame in there with cat brood, the one that the queen was on, but it's too fat to go in. It would have made a real honey mess, so we went for a thinner frame, still with a lot of stuff on it. Not as much of pollen and things like that as I'd have liked, but we're going to go with that for now. But the queen's up there, she's marked, she's one of them dark, full dark, beautiful queens. She's only small, but she's laying. She's quite quick. We did it, no messing. We've not got so many bees in the box this time. We've got obviously the frame that was next to the one the queen was on, which was covered in nurse bees. I took it out, put it into the observation top bit and left it on here so the flying bees could go back. Just give them a little bit of smoke. The queen was in the cage, the flying bees went back, leaving just the nurse bees. So then I marked the queen. In the bottom nuke there's one frame, same again, just nurse bees. Not a massive amount of nurse bees, just enough that was covered, like taking care of that brood. So we've probably got half the number of bees we had in there yesterday, so I'll feel a bit more happy, because obviously with the weather, although when I emptied the box yesterday there was probably 10 bees dead in the bottom, unfortunately. But I think because the frame was going down too far, and basically the bottom of the frame weren't leaving the bee space between that and the queen excluder, and I think I actually squashed them bees. So I'm not too sure, but yeah, it is a bit cooler today, so we're just going to nip up the other farm, get a bit more equipment, and then we're ready to go. So hopefully it'll be a success. Again, the queen will be hiding. That's the thing as well, there's a lot of things to consider doing this, like how many bees you have in the box, what colonies you choose, you know, there's a lot of things to consider, because you are essentially moving animals, creatures, insects. Are they insects, animals? Animals, are they insects? Anyway, that's what you're doing, ain't you? So yeah, there's a lot of things to consider. It's obviously great for the people to see, but it's like you just put them in that box. Really, I needed to put that on that nuke yesterday with the queen up in the top there, and then they'd have been all nice and calm, because now I've took them out of there and put them in there. They think, shit, what's going on? Are we swarming? What's going on? Why's the queen in here? Them bees are thinking, where's the queen gone? Why has he abducted our queen? What's going on? Well, it's all right, bees, calm down. You're going on a field trip. You're going to see some kids at the college. Be nice. Behave. But yeah, anyway, come on, Matt. Go. Go, 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 Johnny, go. Don't fall down that hole. I'm telling you, that's an hole and a half, that. There's many a man lost to that big hole. So, we've been and done the Tresham College talk and show with the bees and the bee equipment. It went really well. The students liked it, the teachers liked it. A lot of questions, they asked lots of questions. You could see the queen up in the box. She was on the other side. So yeah, it went really well. So we're going to put them back in now, back into the nuke that they come out of, before they start fixing and making queen cells. So the bees are all back in the box. Some are just asking me what I've been doing with them, and then yeah, we're done.